Successful men. These are the men you read about, hear about, men who are going places, men who have the respect and the admiration of those around them. What is it that makes one man successful and another a failure? What qualities within a man determine how much he achieves? Well, let's look at some case histories of salesmen and see if we can find the answer. Case history number 1. Devotes time each day to studying his job and the product he sells. Knows all the answers. Income, average. Does not feel he is successful. Well, there's a man who has on the tip of his tongue all the information any salesman could use. But apparently, it takes more than knowledge alone to be successful. Case history number 2. Very ambitious. Consistently leads office in the number of calls made. Income, less than average. Evidently, a driving ambition, a willingness to work hard, isn't the complete answer either. Perhaps it is a combination of knowledge and hard work. Case history number 3. Works long hours, reputation for knowing product thoroughly, income only average. Here's a man with both knowledge and ambition, yet even that combination of qualities isn't the full answer. To find out what it takes, let's look at one of many studies made to show why some men succeed and some fail. A survey conducted by the Chicago Sales Executive Club shows that of the salesmen who fail to achieve real success, only 12% fail because of inadequate knowledge, but 88% fail because their personal qualities are inadequately developed. Yes, this is why some men fail, and from this fact, we can see how other men achieve unusual success. They develop certain personal qualities. Now, there are a lot of qualities which, properly developed, would help bring success in many fields. But you are a salesman. So you are interested in the qualities that help you in selling. And, assuming that you know your product and that you know the techniques of selling it, there is a simple 5-point formula which you can use to give you the extra personal quality requirements which can lead to the extra success you want. 1. Set your sights. 2. Develop enthusiasm. 3. Cultivate courage. 4. Observe, reflect, apply. 5. Practice the golden rule. Let's see how these things can work for you. Set your sights. That means have a plan, a goal, a program to follow. Know where you are going and how you are going to get there. Here's your chance to set yourself apart from the average man, to get more of what you want out of life. Take a little time to sit down and write out something like this. What do I want? How am I going to get it? For example, your sights could be set on a higher standard of living, a new home, on a college education for your children, on retirement. The most successful men set several goals in the order in which they want to attain them. How am I going to get it? Well, here's a suggestion. Figure out what you will require to reach your first goal within the time limit you have set. Then, figure out what this means in terms of numbers of sales, of prospects contacted, of demonstrations made. This will tell you how much actual work you must do to reach your first goal. From then on, stick to your plan. Do whatever work you need to do in order to reach your goal, and develop the same sort of program for each of your goals. The future need not be an uncharted territory when you have a goal. Set your sights. Know where you are going and how you're going to get there. If you do, you'll arrive. Develop enthusiasm. Put your heart into the job. Give it your full interest. Enthusiasm can help you achieve your goals. The true story of Frank Bettcher, one of the most successful salesmen of our time, is a perfect example of this. Frank, as a young man, played baseball for Johnstown, Pennsylvania, in the Tri-State League. He was anxious to be a success, but he was fired. The manager explained he was released because everyone thought Frank was taking it easy on the field. Well, at first, Frank couldn't understand this. He wasn't lazy, but then he realized he had been too matter-of-fact. He had not thrown himself into the game with real enthusiasm. Then Frank Bettcher landed in another minor league. But this time, he was determined to change his attitude, to put enthusiasm into every move he made. He played with so much energy and force that the fans and the newspapers soon called him Pep Bettcher. In fact, he put so much enthusiasm into his job that the major leagues beckoned, and he signed to play third for the St. Louis Cardinals. After 3 years of success with the Cardinals, an injury ended his baseball career. Then, he tried selling. He was a failure, until he recalled the words of that minor league manager. Maybe he should change his attitude. If enthusiasm would work in baseball, maybe it would work in selling. And it did. Frank Bettcher put the same kind of enthusiasm into his selling that he had put into his baseball, and he ranked among his company's top 5 salesmen for more than 20 years. Through enthusiasm, combined with his other qualifications, he achieved the goals he set for himself in life. Enthusiasm can work for you, just as it worked for Frank Bettcher. Cultivate courage. Courage in selling is like courage in football. Sales executives, like football managers, ask, what happens when he gets bumped? Does he come back again and again, regardless of how hard or how often he's hit? Is he really first-string material? How is your selling courage? Well, here is how you can cultivate courage. Force yourself to hit the selling line and hit it often. Like football, selling hands out some hard knocks. But real success goes to the salesman who can lose what he thought to be a sure sale and then go on after another prospect with just as much enthusiasm as though he had closed the deal. No matter how tired or discouraged you may feel, force yourself to go ahead. Do this often, and suddenly, one day, you'll find that things which once threw you for a loss won't move you back an inch. Observe, reflect, and apply. Take advantage of the experience of others. Observe everything that could have any possible bearing on your business, from product literature, from films, from sales meetings, and from talking with salesmen in your own and other lines of business, and then reflect. Sift out the good new ideas and rearrange and rework them so you can apply these new ideas. Test them on the firing line. This is another way successful salesmen are made and not born. Practice the golden rule. To build for success in any field, you've got to put yourself in the other man's shoes, to treat him as you would like to be treated yourself. For example, you like patient people who take the trouble and the time to help you make a decision. You don't like exaggeration or distortion of facts. You like people to be honest with you. You like people who always keep their promises. Practice the golden rule in everything, and you establish a reputation for being a square shooter, a businessman, a man people want to buy from. After all, you are selling yourself just as much as you are selling your product. Set your sights. Develop enthusiasm. Cultivate courage. Observe, reflect, apply. Practice the golden rule. You possess the foundations for maximum development of all these qualities, or you wouldn't be a salesman. With just a little effort, you can develop them all even further to assure even greater success. Here's a suggestion. Choose one of these points this week. Jot it down on a card and keep it in your pocket as a reminder. And then put it into practice. Concentrate on it for a solid week. Next week, choose another point and work on that one. When you've worked on all 5, start over again. You'll be surprised to see to what extent you can develop all of them. And you'll be surprised, too, when you see the results of developing them. More than knowledge alone, more than hard work alone, your success depends on personal qualities. They are yours to develop to the fullest, and they'll help bring maximum success to you.